Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Morning Sprint. It is Thursday, and guess what? January is finally over. We're now in the month of February. Happy Black History Month. Happy Valentine's Day month. You name it. We are in a new part of the year, even though it feels like it's taken forever to get here. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday. You already know we are all about the smiles, the laughs, the conversations, especially about those stories that are seeing the good in the community despite bad circumstances, and sometimes are seeing a little comedy in the community in bad circumstances. So one example, I'm pretty sure you've heard about it by now. A lot of people trauma dumping on little old Elmo, man. Okay, so he probably asked for more than he bargained for. He was probably just being nice. And like I mentioned on my Facebook page, this probably came from a very good place. He was not expecting people to drop their heartbreaks and their unemployment and all their mini stories on Elmo. But yeah, we're going to the comment section on this story. It is quite entertaining. I think it's funny because I see, you just got to laugh at certain situations because no, things aren't perfect nowadays. And if anything, every one of those comments, a lot of people are feeling it, but I feel like that was a moment for people to kind of be a bit funny about it. Let's laugh about it. Kind of like how yesterday we talked about loud budgeting, where basically you share how broke you are with everybody and find out that you're not the only one. So yeah, I think that's kind of what this is. Fortunately, it was so crazy that it got so bad on his page that Elmo had to put some mental health resources out there. So if people, this is not our way of laughing or joking or making fun of anybody who's going through something that's super awful. But again, this is just a time for us to just share in that moment about what everybody's going through and how it can relate to us. So we'll get to that later on in the show. I hope you guys stick around for that because again, some stuff that people have posted have been just hilarious. Moving on, man. Again, good and the bad circumstances, and Steps and Family and Youth Services working to keep foster kids warm this winter. They need your help though. So check this out. Their annual Wrapped in Love blanket drive kicks off today and runs until February the 14th. They're accepting all new and lightly used blankets to donate to foster children throughout Southwest Virginia.
For children, it just does become that sort of protective and comfort item. If they're feeling a little nervous, they can kind of wrap that blanket around them, and they get that just sense of security from that.
So if you'd like to get involved, you can find a link to find locations and donate on WSLS.com. So yes, Please check it out. This is something that I think is a really, really, really special blessing that they're offering to children, knowing that, these kids are definitely going through a lot of stuff that we probably would never be able to see or will see in our lifetimes. And the fact of the matter that a simple blanket can go a long way. Pretty sure if you guys are out there and can afford it, can afford to do it, giving blankets is just a simple act that could really make a difference. So something else that is cool that's happening coming from a bad circumstance. This is a Duke Carter story. I want you guys to go out and check it out in its entirety. But it's a bill looking to give people who have been incarcerated, locked up in prison, a second chance at life. Basically, it's called the Second Look Bill. So we all know that sometimes when you have been in trouble or arrested or something like that, if it's a very serious offense, obviously there are stipulations to that. But if you have been, like, for example, this particular gentleman that we featured was dealing with a man who I think had armed robbery or something. But yeah, after a certain time, you got to get back into the workforce, and there's a way to look at that. And of course, like I said, Duke Carter, he goes through the different ways as far as how this bill kicks in and what all you need to know. So, for example, House Bill 834 Second Look says the age of the petitioner at the time of the offense, evidence, and maturity since the date of the offense, history and characteristics of the petitioner. These are all the different things that are taken into consideration as far as figuring out what that second look of life looks like. So, again, if you guys want, go to our website, WSLS.com. Check out the story because, again, I think it is something that it will make a person have a second chance, and it will have them, their life's not completely over, if that makes any sense. So go to our website, WSLS.com. Check out this full story. It's a very good one, and shout out to Duke for making it happen and kind of bringing this to the forefront as far as awareness. There's another cool story that's happening where people are trying to help our elderly population. Renovation Alliance receives $50,000 grant to help at least 6 people 60 years and older with critical home repairs. All the homeowners live in underserved communities, and they're unable to afford to do these necessary projects themselves. We all have seen how hard it is to keep homes up, even in your youthful years, let alone as an older person. You don't have those resources. Your money is very specifically meant for something else. So, it's kind of hard trying to afford these expenses. But again, here's pictures of this, the Renovation Alliance repairing homes. The grants will help seniors with necessary projects like roof replacements, heating and cooling system repairs, and plumbing. Director of Construction, Garrett Robinson, says that they do more than just the repairs.
Research has shown that investing in critical home repairs can improve physical health, improve mental health, and even reduce crime in areas. And so doing something as simple as fixing a leaking roof not only keeps a client safe, warm, and dry, but can also play a part in strengthening our community as a whole.
So the Marion S. and Willie Z. Camp Fund for Elder Care and Community Foundation serving Western Virginia awarded the $50,000 grant to Renovation Alliance. Renovation Alliance helps low-income people with home repairs in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Craig, Floyd, and Franklin counties. Okay, something else that you guys know says that they've completed more than 200 repairs on more than 80 homes last year. Of course, if you want to go check out how the organization is helping the local economy, you go to our website at WSLS.com. Keisha Lynn has been doing that story. She's I want to say new. She's been here for a couple months now, but she's been doing her thing. So Keisha Lynn works with us on Virginia Today in the morning time as our reporter, and she does a great job collecting content that you guys want to hear about. So let's give a shout out to students at Martinsville High School, man. They got a new name to add to their resume, and that's entrepreneurs, because they got their student-run t-shirt business called Stitchify, have had so much success, such a successful start. So far, the students have raised more than $15,500, and the club has already fulfilled multiple orders for school clubs. Says that right now their goal is to earn $25,000 by the end of the school year. And the next step is to also start selling hats and cups. So if you actually looked at our shows earlier, you go to our website and see it, the kids are just so pumped about this. And I think this is such a good deal because it gets them started into learning more about possibly a future career in the industry. They got that business knowledge that a lot of people who are adults and in the industry themselves don't have. So this is a cool example to showcase how bright our young population is and how there's there is hope. I always say that. Gotta give some love, man. If you're a basketball fan, get this. Your sports headlines. Hokies and the Who's face off tonight in women's basketball. UVA is 2-7 and coming off of a win against UNC, hoping to defeat number 17 Virginia Tech at Castle Coliseum. The Tech is 7-2 this season, only dropping games to Duke and Florida State. Tip-off is tonight at 6, and we got our very own Brooke Leonard and EJ will be there with live coverage, bringing it to you at 5. So go ahead and check it out. Let's show some support to our girls and obviously our favorite teams, because it's always a good time when sport can bring people together, you know? Let's get to Marshall Downing, man. It was a cool start to the day, but apparently we're warming up later.
Hello, everyone. We've got a pretty nice stretch of weather to start off February. We're pretty sunny and warm for today with a lot of highs getting into the 50s up towards 60, and we're going to stay in the 50s pretty consistently. The only drop is really Monday. There's a low pressure system that mostly swings towards our south. We get some cooler air because of it, maybe a couple showers. Temperatures are on the rebound by the middle of next week.
All right, Marshall, thank you so much. Keep that in mind as you're looking to do different events throughout this weekend. Got a really fun event coming up that we got to tell you guys about. Bit of a change for it, though, but you all know the Fiesta for Cinco de Mayo is something that we're trying to celebrate this year, and the second annual Taco Ritas Festival, which is a WSLS-sponsored event that's happening again. Okay, there will be live music, vendors, salsa dancing, and, of course, tacos and margaritas from local restaurants, while the inaugural event at the Elmo Park was a big success. This time, though, organizers are going to move the celebration to the Berglund Center. This year, there will also be kids zone activities for the whole family. Taqueritas runs from 12 to 5 on Sunday, May the 5th. So, again, we got time for you guys to prepare and plan for the best. If you'd like to buy some tickets, we posted a link on our website at WSLS.com. Go on out there, enjoy some time with your friends and family, and obviously get you some good tacos and some good Ritas, okay? All right, let's get to this story. I love to see those life-saving kind of stories because, again, it puts a smile on your face. It makes you smile because there's a dark situation that happened, but thank God for the good that comes out of those situations. Family of firefighters in Arkansas, extra thankful for their dog after a fire broke out in their house, okay? So this is what happened. Says that the family is crediting their pup Dakota with saving their lives. While Dakota couldn't hear it, he could smell it and see it to alert his people and still make it out safely.
I remember I was shaking and, we were all scared, and I didn't quite register what was going on until we had got out. And we were thankful that it was him that woke us up, that got us out.
When the fire crews arrived to help out their fellow firefighters, the chief of the station said that the dog deserves a hero's badge on his collar. Again, one of those things where dogs are just a very beautiful, beautiful blessing to this world. They have senses that us as humans won't have, and the fact that this dog is deaf, but could sense and understand and see something wasn't right, to notify his loved ones, that's a blessing, and he did it, and he saved some lives, and like I said, I hope that they can recover soon, but thank you, Dakota, for doing your thing and loving your family. Again, we do not deserve dogs whatsoever. All right, so we got to get to this Elmo story, all right? I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it all over social media, specifically X, of people who are just going hard in the paint with Elmo and trauma dumping. So, first of the month, basically over right now. It is over. But Elmo took a pulse of the public by asking how everyone was doing. He got a little bit more than he bargained for, okay? So check this out. On social media, the beloved Sesame Street character asked, how's everybody doing? And the answers were not what Elmo was expecting. Celebrities, news outlets, and fellow Sesame Street characters all replied with despair, dread, and exhaustion. So, again, if you're feeling some doom and gloom right now, you're not alone. While in the minority, some people did say that they were doing well. Sesame Street thanked Elmo for checking in, and get this, got so crazy and intense that they even posted some mental health resources. So, my thoughts on this, it's funny because again, we're living in a society where sometimes you just gotta laugh at ourselves, you know. And I think these people who went out their way to respond directly to Elmo as adults who are just, you know, we all just life be lifing. What they say, life is lifing right now. And sharing, you know, even if it's some people went way too extreme, some people just, you know, had some simple comments. But again, this is not a way to poke fun or make fun of anybody going through any kind of trauma or depression or something like that. But for people who went out their way to list off the things that are going wrong in their lives, I see it as a way of them just sharing it because they know they're not the only ones dealing with the issues. So let's get to the comment section, man, because again, we're going to dive into some of the comments that were left, including the memes. So I ask you, everybody, how's everything going? Again, this is in reference to the viral post that is happening with Elmo, where he simply asked, how's everything going? And I'm pretty sure he was just asking for people to say, hey, Elmo, what's up? Or how you doing? Or we're doing fine. He didn't get answers as simple as that. So we're going to go through a few of them, okay? So, again, this was the post. And then our first comment came in that we're looking at says that, Elmo, every morning I cannot wait to go back to sleep. Every Monday, I cannot wait for Friday to come. Every single day and every single week of my life. A bit depressing, but hey, again, who can relate to that? Everybody. Moving on. This one person says that I'm at my lowest. Thanks for asking, Elmo. So, again, I do think people are trolling at the same time. I think people are just kind of, you know, poking fun at themselves because, again, life isn't perfect right now. For example, Moreau says that, Elmo, we are tired. They are literally talking to a Sesame Street character with their full list of things to do. This guy went a little extreme. He said, hey, yo, wife left me. Daughters don't respect me. My job is a joke. Any more questions? Elmo, Jesus, man. So he's not too happy with life right now. We got another guy coming up. Says that, Elmo, I just got laid off. You know, and I guess what makes it entertaining is that these are people who are posting stuff on a kid's entertainment character, knowing good and well this was not the comments that he was asking for. Another person comes in and says, well, 2024 feels like 2020 plus 4, so ... That person obviously is not too thrilled with how this month's been going so far. Being Libertarian came in and said, Oscar the Grouch was right. So that was his comment. Another person came in with this right here. Says that, okay, so we got another person who lost their job. Okay, and again, I don't know how much of this is tongue-in-cheek. I don't know how much of it is just people just being super duper extra, but you know, it makes you think to yourself, well, dang, man, things are kind of rough right now. This person says, I lost my job, had to sell my home. My monthly health insurance premiums have gone up 30%. Electric bill has gone up 400%. Grocery bill has gone up 500%. But I can recite my ABCs and count to 7 in Spanish. So it's not all bad, Elmo. So, yeah, a little sarcasm right there, man. People are just not feeling it right now. And then we got some memes coming in. Even Domino's Pizza got in on it. It says that totally fine. But if you're looking at your screen right now, you can see things are not going well. Got a fire coming out of the oven. Pizza, just everything is just in disarray. Then we got some memes coming in. I think some people posted it's kind of funny. It says that Steven wants to send this. It says, the world is burning around us, Elmo. I mean, that's how it feels sometimes when things are just seeming like every time you turn around, it's just going south and keeps on going that way. There you go. And then last but not least, somebody came in is like, Elmo reading the replies of everybody's posts. Yeah, homeboy is probably like, what in the world is going on? So yeah, let's bring in Jazzy Jazz on this, and let me remind people, because I know we got some sensitive people out there, one more time, this is not us making fun of or poking fun at anybody's mental health, because again, let's be honest, all of us are on the struggle bus together. I look at this as everybody is just finding a way to entertain one another with how much things are not going the way we would have liked them to go, especially starting in 2024. So, and it's entertaining. It's like, and like I said, I look at it like comedy. Jazz, how you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, no, bump that. I'm Elmo. Hey, how's everything going, Jazz?
All right.
Girl, you have seen some funny stuff.
Yeah, because when I saw that we were talking about this morning, I went back and read all of the different posts and responses, and to me, it was really funny. Not, like you said, we're not making fun of people who are actually struggling mentally, because, everyone has their different tribulations that they're going through currently.
Right.
But just being able to make light of the situation, and also just being able to realize that other people are going through stuff too, and also laugh about it. And I think they did something similar like this not so long ago. I think it was with the Blues Clues guy. I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember, but I can only imagine how funny it was.
A video of him talking, because you know how he had the introduction on Blues Clues, and he had the little thing that he would say every time the episode would start.
Yeah.
Well, recently he posted on his social media platform, and he posted a video of him now saying the same thing that he said at the start of the episode.
Oh, okay. I got you.
All adults, everyone was just saying how they're doing, and just being honest and transparent about how they're doing, and saying how much they missed that time of their childhood. So I think it's kind of like a similar thing with Elmo, because we all grew up watching Elmo.
Right.
And I'm sure he didn't expect the responses that he got, but I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a nice way for people to see, again, that they're not alone in what they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And also a nice way to kind of laugh at themselves. And, well, not laugh at themselves, but make humor out of the situation.
Yes.
Because even for me, when I'm going through things, being able to laugh about it and talk to other people about it and just not take it so seriously and not let it weigh me down, that helps me get through it.
And I also would say that, honestly speaking, I'm pretty sure if a person is really, really, really going through something, and that's why I say I look at this as a way, like you mentioned, well, we're laughing at ourselves, all of us as a collective whole, but I just have a very hard feeling or a hard belief in thinking that if a person is really, really going through something that is that detrimental, that requires something like actual help, they wouldn't be posting on a Sesame Street characters thing. I think that this is something that people are kind of joking about. So, yeah, not to say that that's not happening, but it made me, I just honestly feel like it is a very few, tiny, tiny number of people who are actually going through something super deep to where they posted on a Sesame Street characters Twitter,
You on that, because like I said, it's just a way to just kind of make humor out of the situation, and also make the best out of it, and also just have a laugh. I feel like people are just being kind of sarcastic. They might be actually going through these experiences, but they're not. They're just, like you said, just kind of joking around, trolling a little bit. And like you said, they probably are going through these different things. But if it was so detrimental to the point where their mental health was actually suffering from it, like you said, I doubt they would be posting under Elmo posts. We all joke about how hard life is in comparison to when we were children.
Yeah.
And we talk about that now. So that's what I see it as. But what really made me come my attention is that the President of the United States actually responded to this.
Lord have
Pull up
mercy.
his post. Yeah, so he said, I know how hard it is some days to sweep the clouds away and get to sunnier days. He said, our friend Elmo is right. He said, we have to be there for each other, offer our help to a neighbor in need, and above all else, ask for help when we need it. He said, even though it's hard, you're never alone. And then he shared Elmo's little post. So you see little Elmo smiling.
Look,
in the picture below.
I'm not going to flip the camera back to me because I don't want you seeing how much I'm rolling my eyes. Look, so my thing about that is that, and I said this, and I'm going to say it right now, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, I don't care if you're pro-Trump, Biden, Republican, Democrat, whatever. Stay away from stuff like that because you set yourself up for somebody to come in and say something very mean, one, and two, there's a strong possibility that in the political world, you're the reason why a lot of people are not too happy. So stop it. Stay away.
No comment.
Jess, so speaking of comments, do we have any comments today?
We We don't have any comments. I think we might have scared people away today with our craziness. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But like I said, like I always say, if you guys are watching this later and you're having a laugh, leave us a comment. Let us know how you're doing. We would love to hear it, even if it's something like serious you're going through, or you just want to make some humor out of it, like they did on the Elmo post. Under the Elmo post, let us know. Or if you want to comment on any of the other stories that we had, like the dog rescue, that was a really cute story. So
Yes.
if you have any thoughts on those stories, feel free to leave a comment on WSLS.com. Facebook, YouTube, and we will definitely read through all of you guys' comments, and we love being able to see and hear your thoughts. So feel free to leave a comment, and thank you so much for watching.
All right, Jazz. Thank you, girlie.
All right, bye.
All right. Yeah, no, that Elmo thing is awesome. But yeah, like I said, I don't care what you believe in. Like, it's one of those moments where I'm just like, let us just have that moment. Like, everybody, come on now. Don't take us too seriously there. And like I said, you know, it's one thing where just political individuals stay far away from people's mental health at this point, because I think I can speak for a lot of people when I can say that it's very disappointing in that in that category of the world right now, and it's probably the disappointments from that world that has everybody feeling not so hot. So yeah, either way, on a funny aspect of it, the Elmo story, I think, is something that we all can look at and smile and say that, oh, snap, me too. Let's figure it out. And again, if it is that bad, there are resources out there for people to kind of utilize and take up, because at the end of the day, we got to figure out ways to make today better than yesterday and tomorrow better than today. With that, thank you so much for joining us today on the Morning Sprint. It was so much fun. We'll be back here again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., WSLS.com. See you then.